Hey, today, welcome back to another episode of Atomfall. Now, as you guys know, we started doing a lot of work in the interchange last episode. We cleared out medical, which was a pretty cool area. It was full with those guys that were wearing gas masks, and I think they were called thralls, and they were crazy hard to drop. But we made our way through that, and now we're trying to get the batteries and stuff like that inputted into where they need to go in interchange. Now, we got A. Let me see. I think this was A, right? Yeah, we got A and I believe D done. We still need to do C and B. So, that's what we're gonna actually start messing around with today. Let's get this stuff put away here. But again, I hope everybody's having a good one. All right, we should be good there gear-wise. Yeah, we could keep the shoddy active. But how's everybody doing today? So that is... Oh yeah, robotics. Okay. But we can't get in through robotics this way. We got to go down through this way. Now that we have that bypass, we should be able to fully clear out robotics. We need a key card for crane controls there. We can't shut down all these turrets now, though. We don't have to worry about that. Decided to get in, been hooked. Games, man. Oh, Rash, I'm glad you're enjoying it. You know, that was a good time, dude. Definitely a good time, man. I was actually quite surprised on how well the first episode's done so far. So we just gotta watch out for this robot. Okay, we're good to go. Well, David, I mean, if you're into like games like open world, not open world, but if you're into like, you know, survival-esque RPG style games, I definitely think you would enjoy this. The good thing is the game is on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, you don't even gotta worry about buying it. But I definitely feel like depending on the style of games you enjoy will really dictate whether you enjoy a game like this, because it is a lot different. If you're going into this expecting like a Fallout, you're going to be very disappointed because it is not a Fallout game whatsoever. It plays more like a Stalker game, if anything, but even then it's still quite unique. Now the thing is I cleared out okay, so it stayed cleared out. Cool. I was wondering if these damn dudes were gonna respawn. That's the one thing we don't allow. You don't just come in content creator ethics, man. You don't self-promote in somebody else's live stream. It's super cringe. All right, let's see here. Okay, so that's open. Okay, so we gotta figure out how to reroute that. We gotta go around, I believe, the other side. We broke something, guys. That seems a little on the broke side, doesn't it? Okay. Now I think we can do something up here, maybe. Maybe that little thing that we were trying to zap. TR Patriot, what's going on? I appreciate you. So I don't think that's what we were looking for. God damn it. So it said robotics upper level is at 100%. I'm gonna check this room in here. But we already did everything we needed to do in here. So let me get this investigation rolling real quick. It was interchange. we go. All right. Looks like... So all you had to do is you had to reroute it, but we had to climb the boxes, obviously. And then in here, we got to reroute this one to that side. There we go. Now both of those should be going towards the door there. But Dylan, thank you again for the 5 months, man. Definitely doing good. Yeah, I'm wearing a black shirt today again because, ooh. It's not wigging up my,
robotics lower level.
It's not wigging out my green screen.
Robotics lower level remains off limits to all staff. Failure to comply could result in physical injury or death.
Stun stick? Causes shock limited charge. Okay, well, we'll try it out. We'll try it out. Okay, we do got some bots that are active now, though I can hear them freaking stomping around. All right, we're gonna grab another heal and some grenades.
Target spotted. Target lost. Recalibrating.
Oof. Okay, so we got multiple bots online here. Pending the final results of X-ray scatter analysis of Oberon mining, the artifact has been halted. Preliminary analysis suggests a large cavity within the core of the artifact. Until further safety measures are in place, no action that might compromise this cavity will be taken. I want to see where this leads. Okay, so that goes back into interchange right there. Dylan with the 5 gifted deal. Thank you so much, dude. Everybody received the membership. Welcome to the fam. Cookie Sparkles, thank you so much. What's going on? I'm starting to go back to Dying Light 2. Thanks to you. Keep it up. Wish nothing but the best for you and your family. I appreciate that, Cookie. Seriously. Ouch. Damn, he fucking hit those. Yo, we should have shot those barrels when he got close to him. I didn't even pay attention. That there was literally just all those explosive barrels right there. Let's try this again. Corpse, what's going on? Able to use those I was able to use all that against it. One shot it with all those explosives there. That one looks like it goes over to the other side here.
Target spotted.
Sanj, how you doing? Okay, so we got that cleared up. So before I go pushing buttons, console B. All right, so let's hit both consoles. I think we'll be okay. Console C. The fact that they just gave me all that stuff, chat, makes me feel like we're gonna have to fight something. Head office key card. Maybe not. I think we're good. That was just a good ammo supply right there. The TVR, what's going on? How you doing today? Kai, I hope you're having a good day too, man. Let's see what this. Shit. Site office key. King Solomon, what's up, bro? Hot out in Florida? Yeah, it's like, me and the wife went for a walk earlier. It was like 37 degrees Fahrenheit.
Can you push that in?
Huh?
Can you push that in?
Is it lined up? My daughter's toy needed to get put together, so I had to smack it on the floor. What rifle am I using? I don't even know the name of it. What is this rifle? We ended up getting it. It's the semi-automatic assault rifle. Yeah, we found it in a cave. It's really, really good. Okay, so this will link us over to A. Nice. So now we got a nice way around. This is the gate into robotics. All right, beautiful. Yo, 57 would be damn near. We had one day where it was like, well, a couple days. It was in like the 60s. And then we had one day that got like up to 71. Oh my God, it was life changing. It was life changing. All right, so this is where we needed to go. We found the key to the site office here on that body. Case. Explosive lure recipe.
Nice and slow now. Let's have no trouble.
But we're gonna definitely have trouble, dude.
I think they're gone. Don't go after. Come on now! I'm shooting. Postman, mate. Christ! Did you hear that? This one's good as dead. When I find you.
Let's do like this. Get it loaded.
Gotta spill some dudes. Local campaigners expressed both relief and astonishment to the news that the wind scale autofire built in Cumberland Seacoast, not far from Seascale, would now instead be built on the banks. Okay, so they're after all this fuss, they win, then they just change their mind. Let's see if we can get some ammo off these guys. Good bit of shoddy ammo. I'd definitely take it. We are trying to see if we can get some of those rusty hunting ones that we have. Because then we'll be able to upgrade our shoddy. But I think all of these guys just had the 12 gauge, which kind of sucks. Because I don't want the freaking... Because that 12 gauge is okay, but it's a single shot. And I like this one because it's at least 2 shots. All right, so we got to get power on for the other side now. Yep, for data store Charlie, we'll do this one now.
Hello? Who's there?
Hello? Do I got to shoot her in the face? Because she seems chill. Just in case we get the face shooter prepped.
Well, gosh. This is a surprise. When I saw movement, I thought it might be one of those awful feral goblins some people seem to have turned into. You don't look like a goblin, though. Or an outlaw. So, just exactly who are you?
Isaiah, what's going on? How you doing? Here, I found a great... Oh, I didn't find... Dude, it's, how do I not find them, dude? They're all over the place. Yeah, I got grays in the side of my hair, and then in my beard. How would I rate this game? Oh, it depends. Because for what it does, the storytelling aspect of it's pretty solid. The world is beautiful. Right now, I'd probably put it at like a 7 though, because there's some parts of the game I'd really like them to improve on, like the melee combat. But we kind of got to see where the game goes, because there's a lot of choice in the game, which kind of almost wants me to bump it up higher. But right now, I'm gonna stay around like 7 until we get a little bit more of this played. All right, let's be friendly with her.
Well, I can't argue with that. We find ourselves in very strange times.
I didn't free the lazy.
You haven't immediately tried to kill me, at least. That's a pleasant change. Sometimes I think I'm the only sane one left in the zone. I'm Joyce, by the way. Joyce Tanner. How'd you do? Well, we can put questions of identity aside, I think. Things I should be thanking you. I gather that you're the one who's responsible for restoring the power supply here. I've been trying to get in here for simply ages. Oh, I've just about given up hope.
So let's figure out why she's here.
My, but you're full of satiable curiosity, aren't you? Well, I've nothing to hide. There was an expeditionary convoy sent in a few months ago. And Muggins here was seconded to it. I'm a communications specialist. Girl boffin, the squaddies call me. They needed us ladies to hold up the science end of things. I was drafted in, along with a Dr. Garrow.
Oh, shit.
They say she was a big name here, before the disaster. Anyway, the expedition did not go swimmingly, let me tell you. We barely made it into Slattendale when the bridge was blown out from under us, and the convoy wrecked.
Damn, she was a part of that convoy.
Before we knew what was happening, we were beset by a horde of whooping maniacs in masks. It was awful.
How'd you make it out?
Well, I grabbed a gun and ran. It was the only sane thing to do. I think I may well be the sole survivor of the convoy. But things are certainly looking up now we're in here. Isn't it a remarkable sight? The interchange in all its glory. I was beginning to think I'd never see the inside of it. Think of all the secrets that might be hidden here.
Now, we didn't save Dr. Garrow. We left her in the prison cell. So I don't know if that... I felt like we maybe needed to save her. She would help us here at Interchange, but I would have had a shot and killed a lot of people, I think, in order to save her. Okay, let's figure out what she'll do here now.
I'll do what I'm best at. Tinkering around with other people's kit. The important thing is that we're in here, and I cannot overstate my delight that you managed it. Now, finally, there's a chance I can get into the communication systems proper. And listen, we don't need to trust each other just yet. But maybe we can work together. It's a bit of a two-person job, this.
Okay, what do you want? Let's see what she wants.
Look, if I can get a message through the interference field, I should be able to sort out an exit for us. I'd need a whole array of transmitters to punch through the interference, though. There are a few radio towers across the area that should do the trick. I've restored power to them, but I seem to be locked out of their controls. The operators must have isolated the towers from the network when the quarantine was declared. But look, if you could find each tower and release the security lock, I can fiddle around this end and try to use the array to blast out a signal. Here, I'll give you map coordinates for each tower. Good luck. Do your best. And try not to get eaten by any goblins.
Bree Marie, how you doing? Okay, so we got another way to get information out there. The only thing is, we were working with protocol on the same exact situation.
wait is interminable. I've run out of work to occupy myself, and it's still not our turn to evacuate. We all felt the shudder of the explosion at the plant, but since then, nothing. Perkins is wandering around, muttering that they've forgotten us. He's an awful threater at the first sign of trouble, but I'm beginning to wonder if he might perhaps be on the button this time.
We'll start up real quick. This links up with medical. Okay, up that goes right across.
12 hours, just how long does it take to evacuate one facility? Word from Jack is that the military has locked down the site. Not a peep from Emma since... What are we calling it? Explosion? They aren't telling us anything. Perkins is muttering about the Lord of the Flies now, the bloody fool. I shall strike him if he comes near me with that nonsense.
I love it. Okay, so this is back to the very beginning. All right, let's go down to the bottom floor. Yeah, I'll be playing the Into the Days or Darkest Dead or whatever, Into the Dead, the Darkest Days or whatever. Really excited for that game. We did the demo and it was a ton of fun, so very excited for the actual full release of the game. Well, into early access at least. But again, I hope everybody's having a good day today. Robert, how you doing? And Marine, it's good to see you. Colin, brother, I appreciate you. So this was data storage. Charlie, bottom floor. That's weird. Steven, what's going on? Okay, data store Bravo is the last one we got to try to get into. We just got to get in here to Bravo, but we got to figure out another way into Bravo. I wonder if it was through... Let's check the map here. So Bravo has to be through robotics in some capacity. Kingston with the re-up, dude. Thank you so much. So this is data store Delta. That's Bravo over there. Oh, door's open. Oh, that's the exit though. Yeah, this is all powered down.
Reminder for robotics personnel. All fire drills are temporarily suspended while flamethrower tests are conducted. If you hear the alarm, act immediately.
So I'm trying to see if there's some kind of, because the only one we got to get up online now is B. But I didn't see a way over into B. So I don't know if there's a way through robotics here. Head office. So we did get the key for the head office. Ah, here it is. Head office. We got 2 skill points. Could get blue finger though, which would give us resistance. And save up. Rosie, run over to Oberon control as soon as you can. Tell Glover we need to resume drilling. Tell her it's on my authority. Wave this letter in her face if you have to. They're making a lot of fuss over nothing down there, and our production line will stall if we don't get those materials soon. Garo's research notes. Belong to Dr. Damn. Chad, I wonder if I'm going to end up having to save that lady. So I do have her research notes, obviously. We might be able to give them to that other scientist lady, though. She might be able to do something with them. So currently Bravo is absolutely closed off. Like, we haven't been able to get into it. And even from interchange up here, there's no data storage point that I could see that I can enter. Detention center.
Reminder for robotics personnel. Stand clear of the heavy lifters during operation. Don't be a popped Peter.
It said something about a detention center over here, so now we can kind of search this without any... But we can't get in through there because there's no power whatsoever. We got to power up the data store in order to get in there. And as for over here... Detention quarters. Definitely something on the other side there. But we can't, like, climb up.
Reminder for
No, I'm not
robotics
playing
personnel.
schedule one today.
All dosimeter badges must be handed in promptly on the specified dates. Radiation is no joke.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is... The only area we can't get into right now is... I can use a redirector to access the ride. What about the computers we lifted out the ground? I mean, we could check those. They didn't seem to do anything, though. Oh, use the crane to that's genius, actually. But I didn't get the crane control key. Yeah, because there is the crane control room there, but I don't have the key for that yet. Let me see. Yeah, these don't do anything yet. Yeah, so now we just got to figure out crane control. No, that's genius. That's so bad. Oh, the French toast. See, it's crazy because I actually like my French toast extra, like eggy. No, it's like, I like extra. Does anybody else like French toast like that super eggy? Or do you like yours just like very lightly egged? I think crane control's right here in Delta, isn't it? Yep, right here. This question is, where the hell are we gonna get the crane control room key? Yeah, we don't know where the crane control key is. Like, there wasn't even a note or anything to give us information about it. Like, sometimes outside the room you'll find like a note or something, but I might go save the doctor. This is the other side for crane control here. Yeah, it's no information. There's nobody back here, right? We already checked the site office. There was nothing in there for the crane controls. This area here. Yeah, maybe we gotta go rescue that doctor. I should still have access though to the prison. Let's head out. It says it can be found in interchange. We got all these offices here that we just unlocked. Now, granted, I did just kind of skim through them, but I didn't notice any keys or anything. Oh, scrap. Got excited there for a second. No, that's what we're trying to figure out is how to get into data point B. Okay, Okay, so this is a room we have not been in yet. Concluded my investigation into Dr. W. Roberts' conduct. I have evidence Dr. Roberts has at least 2 occasions discussed with working on signals of director device while drinking. The man's severe addiction resulted in him selling our secrets for booze. I recommend Dr. Roberts is transferred immediately. Oh, yeah. So now that you guys say it, that there are interchange doors, and one of them we didn't go into. Yeah, all right, I'm tracking. I know exactly what we got to do. It's the same thing we did to get into medical. We went from a different entrance from the outside into interchange. No, so there's different main doors, and I do remember the door being closed. These big doors here, and in the other region, we didn't open this. And that will probably bring us into the section that's connected to B. Okay, so we're gonna head over to the town. I got a lot of these freaking batteries. Probably should have stored some of those damn things up.
Attention! Wyndham Village is under the away from any weapons. If you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Report early. Be vigilant. Be safe.
See if the phone has anything for us. Yep. Awesome.
You are doing well. Continue to do well. It is imperative that you continue to do well.
All right. Who is this?
Depends upon you continuing to do well.
Well, you heard that, Chet. We got to continue to do well. Army Gal, thank you so much for the gifted, and Anthony Clark with the super. How you doing today?
Your nose clean.
How does this compare to Stalker 2? It's a lot different. Yeah, it doesn't really. It's kind of got like the same play style as Stalker, but it's a completely different experience. Stalker has some choice. This game has like a lot of like flexing. There's not a whole lot of hand holding in
Use the
this.
interchange to get to Oberon, then blow it to Kingdom Come. It's our only hope of escaping this awful place.
Let's not have any trouble.
I saw last night that Kingdom KCD 2 DLC was out. What DLC was it? Is it story DLC or is it just like some bullshit? Because I haven't heard anything.
Acts of insubordination or disrespect
Let's have no trouble, right?
Husky, how you doing? Went the wrong way.
Slatterdale until the area is once again declared safe.
Getting nothing done here.
Watch your step.
So it actually set. This is what we're looking for. She said it's in the protocol camp to the south of Skeetermore, but that's I'll have a hard time getting past the soldiers. Here it is. We'll see how hard it is to get past the soldiers here. We got some decent access, and the protocol guys are here are cool with us for the most part. And I think it's because we've sided with protocol. Looks like a story. Oh, so wait, so there's a story DLC for KCD? That was pretty fast. Did I get firearms mastery?
See you around, chum.
KCD 2 was amazing. Yeah, that game is freaking super amazing. We should be okay to go through here.
Not sure about you.
We got gunsmithing, yeah.
Unsure of their assignments should speak to their NCO immediately.
Alright, we're in here. The location we're looking for is up this way. But again, the good thing is I'm allowed in this area. I don't know if I'm allowed up here though. Even though he did give me permission to enter the interchange on the town side, I don't see why I wouldn't have permission to enter over here too. Nope, definitely not supposed to be here. Didn't want to do him like that, chat, but I had to do him like that. We spill these dudes not because we want to, because we have to, chat. It's different. James, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. There's no drop kick in this. We do got a pretty strong front kick though. Sorry, brother. We got a new battle rifle here. So we can get this battle rifle done up. Seems better than the rifle we had. This is high damage, very high rate of fire, high accuracy. Oh, this is actually considered a sniper rifle. Need a more interchange entrance. Interchange entry gate discovered. Attempt standard unlock procedure ineffective. Attempt force entry heavy tools ineffective. Robot sentry units attempt brute force entry ineffective. Control demolition charges ineffective. Area entry area reassigned as sealed storage. I unlocked a pristine recipe also. Stock. Okay, I see it, yeah. So you need 2 stocks to make a pristine. I don't see what the difference is though, like, because the stats didn't seem like it changed when I upgraded it, really. Just seemed like it was like a visual thing and just looked cleaner. I still like this rifle though. This rifle that we got here is real nice. We got that doctor's note still. I'm still contemplating whether we're gonna attempt to save her or not.
Access granted. The interchange.
Sister and brother channel. So I'm a truck driver from the UK. Was crushed by a big boulder a while ago. Holy shit, dude. I'm so... And I'm bedbound until I can walk again. Your videos keep me going. Thank you for all you do. Well, first of all, I'm glad I could be here for you, and that is horrific. I could not imagine going through something like that, but I'm glad that you're still here with us, though. Seriously. But sister and brother channel, seriously, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a good day. And Lil Chucky with the re-up on the membership. Thank you so much. So I want to see if this sniper is any better, because it takes 2 shots to drop these dudes with the normal assault rifle. So if this gun is real good, it will kill him in 1. And it didn't. Solian, what's going on? How you doing? So we'll store that bad boy for right now. Trying to see if I got enough SMGs to make a nice one, because I already have 1 stock SMG. We got a rusty, a stock. I swear I had another rusty. Guess not. Let's get the clearing. Yep, right there, so we can get under here. Battery supply problems. Store Bravo is playing up again. This thing guzzles energy like a hungry animal, and cables can't cope. This is the third battery that has fried in as many months. I need more spare parts. Or I need more spares, but all of the batteries are going to Garo's robots now. Frankly, it's ridiculous. Did cross my mind to find the nearest robot and yank the battery out of its back myself. I would, but okay. Yeah, so we got batteries, so we're not even stressed. Oh, chat, this is so weird because the ladder is like bugged out again. This is the second ladder that we've had an interchange that won't let us up it. What if we could jump? You're a bitch. So that ladder works fine. This one doesn't work. In fact, the damn key card is going to be on that dude. So that's where there was another storage key card that was on the other dude. But maybe I'll be able to jump down from up here. Let me see if we can get there from up top here. Might be able to get up on top of this. Then, yes, there it is. There it is. Yeah, so if your ladder's weird, you could kind of hop down and then drop down from there. Give the local dignitaries a tour of the upper levels of the facility today. I have to give Derek and his men credit. Even I was convinced that Windscale was a power plant by the end of the tour. What I would have given to see the look of them on their faces if they could see what we really found buried down here, down there. All of those local ghost stories about the mine. The only thing wrong with them was that they weren't scary enough. Damn, shit, what the fuck is down here, dude? Starting to feel like Oberon must die, chat. But again, Little Chunky, I want to say thank you again so much for the re-up on the membership, and Almighty Ross with the 8 months. 8 months, loving every moment of it. I hope you and the fam. Well, Brian, question: in State of Decay 2, what do you think the most painful freak transformation is? Yo, bloater for sure. There's nothing, no way any of that is pleasant, dude. Like, cause you got to think all of your guts and everything, like, literally get turned into like a gas. There's the key. Yeah, bloater for sure. Let me see if we can do this robot in dirty. And Brian Griffin with the 7 months, dude. How you doing today?
They should just paint the boundary wall institutional green and call this whole country a lunatic asylum.
Are we cool? Oh yeah, see, we're cool with these guys. We're not...
Not sure about you.
Thank Christ for that. Keep your nose clean. That shouldn't be. Ain't right. Hands away from any weapons, you. One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Watch your step. Orders be blown.
Yeah, so we're mad chill with these dudes. Siding with Protocol made this shit so smooth. So this should go up to Central now. Ah, there's my boy Michael with the 12, 2 years, dude. How's that granny you beat down with the bat? What do you mean? Listen, chat, we gotta establish some ground rules right now. It's not considered, all right. It's not considered beating down a granny if it's in self-defense. Okay? That's just the rules. So we burned through all that SMG ammo so quick, dude. Be a little careful with our bullets here.
Access granted to Oberon.
Chat. Oberon. Plus, hear me out, chat. Plus, she was old as fuck anyway. Like, what kind of old ladies really out there making some shady back alley weed deals, you know? Like, can we really classify her as an old lady? Like, she was pretty thug. She was living that thug life. Since we're going to potentially kill Oberon, I want to make sure that we have some goodies. Yeah, I'll drop a save. Like, be honest, chat. Like, how would you feel, right, if your grandmother was in the hood in some back alley and just standing there with our guy, and she's just like, yo, you got the stuff? Like, nah, dude. She loses granny immunity at that point. Yo, you got the stuff? Chat, so we're on the verge of seeing what the hell Oberon is. The jig's truly up for us. Pains me to say it, old man, but we're goners. Quarantine and secure the area. We've really brought the farm on this one. I can't tell you. And honestly, I can see how we're going to have to use the last of the ammunition. I know you have no time for morning madness heroics, but the no choice. Blue filth is everywhere. The jig's truly up for us. Do what you can from the outside. Cheerio, old friend. Oh shit, look at the fucking bugs, dude.
Oberon is close. Oberon must die. Die must, Oberon.
Who is this?
I'm your only friend. I'm not your only friend. Now Oberon must die. Oberon must die now. Destroy Oberon is dead, then the way out will open.
Yeah, but who the fuck is Oberon? And so we're gonna definitely have to probably. Yeah, we got spores. Oh, look at that. Nice. So we got spores. We're gonna have to craft up some of those Mama Django specials. But I'm also gonna get blue fingers here so we can get our own. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need some of those granny specials. All right, let's see here. This right here, right? The strange tonic. All right, we'll be able to get at least 2 of them made up. That was rough. That was super rough. We're definitely have to kill these dudes from long range from up top, but the only thing is I don't have a whole ton of ammo for the sniper. Or for my rifle. I didn't take the damn I'm like, yo, why'd I die so quick? I didn't take the potion. But on for a while, focus on studies. We'll download a series and watch. Thank you for everything. Love your videos. Oh, Martech, I appreciate that. Seriously, dude. I hope school's going well. That's a lot of damage, dude. Taking a break from shadows, and when I turned on your stream, I was like, what grannies? Oh. Loads of F-bombs every time I visit her. Damn, and I mean, my grandmother was a savage too. Realistically, she was pretty. Ooh, got the maintenance key there. That's what was hitting me too. I was like, yo, how did I get poisoned? Fucking plant up top shooting at me. So we gotta definitely watch our ammo here because we don't have a lot. Got a decent bit of handgun. I'd like to get that bard crate though, with this freaking big ass plant's just standing there. Got one of those thralls up there. And those dudes are tanky as all hell. Ivan, how you doing, man? Marta focusing on entering college? Dude, that's what's up, dude. We gotta get some more of these. this. This Oberon area, chat, is quite dangerous. Yeah, you definitely got to make sure you prep up before you come in here with like infection stuff and heals. So make sure you have ammo too. We're okay. Nope. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not okay. We're the exact opposite. Yeah, when's the last time you had some French toast? Now, is French toast actually French? It's as French as French fries. It's called freedom toast now. I didn't say because I didn't know. Maybe it actually is French, you know? Fucking freedom toast. Uro, what do you mean did I really ask that, dude? I'm not from fucking France. I've never even been to France. All I know is my mom dipped some bread in egg and said it was French toast. And then I grew up knowing it was French toast. So I'm just asking, is it really French? Because we call it French fries, but I don't even think they're actually French. I think they're just fries. Got a lot going on over here. Just, I mean, from what I can see, Oberon looks like a... It's known as eggy bread in the UK. Okay, we got 2 bots down this way. Considering how much the French saved our asses during the revolution, we should put some respect on them Frenchies. I don't know, dude. I feel like we repaid that favor when we saved everybody's asses in World War II, so. I think that was a favor returned. So now we'll just call it, we'll just go with the UK. We'll just call it eggy bread. Or freedom toast. We could call it freedom toast. I'm down for that. Because when you eat it, it does taste like straight freedom. Well, yeah, World War I too, yeah. That was kind of, there's a couple wars there. Dig site storeroom keycard. So now we're getting the deep stuff here, chat. Dr. Irvine, because we're in a super restricted zone. It's not even top secret, chat. This shit is most secret. I'm uneasy at the discovery, quite apart from how the fact of Oberon being hollow and therefore not furnishing us with anywhere near the quality of Oberite that we anticipated. How can any living thing possibly have survived encased in such a material for at least... Wait, so there was something in there? Since the meteorite fell in the same time of Shakespeare... Wait, so this came from space. The biologists are gleeful and can hardly wait to start poking and prodding the stuff, but it worries me. I mooted the possibility that Oberon may be artificial, but nobody listened. What if it's an egg of sort? What if it's a weapon? What if it's both? That's not what I'm trying to hear when I'm eating my fucking eggy freedom toast, okay? No common meteorite. It looks like I owe Rustin a pint. However, the thing that we uncovered this morning is this. It's no common meteorite. Because the thing is, if it's hollow on the inside, wouldn't it have just broken on contact? The only other time I've seen men of science standing in such awestruck silence before today was at the Trinity test site. Those present then knew the whole world had just changed, and so did the people gathered with me in the cave today. Astonishing. I mean, definitely you could see how it landed. Like they drew out like the landing site for it, so the shit obviously fell, but ooh. That's the good stuff, Chad. That's what we want. Oh, nice. And we got a bunch of tonics right there. Definitely gonna need those. Tay, you know what I'm trying to think of right now? All right, this might be a little bit of a deep question, and I don't really mean to get, forgive me, because I don't really mean to get like that deep with you guys, but again, forgive me. But do you guys, what the fuck is the difference between a string bean and a green bean? Are they the same thing? A noticeable string running along the pod. I didn't mean to get that deep on you guys. I seen the string inside that closet, and then that's the question that my brain asked. So sometimes it just can't be helped, you know what I mean? Oh, Jeezy, thank you so much for the super chat. Glad we're all here for the deep conversation. I feel bad sometimes that when I get all deep on you guys like that, because I don't want to start like a bunch of controversy and stuff like that in the chat. So I try to, you know, at least keep it. I try to keep it clean, you know. Grab this bandage here. When I kill the last enemy, the mission does not end. Can't finish. I have a single player game. Laz, I have no clue. Yeah, I haven't finished the quest yet, so I couldn't even tell you if there was something you missed or something like that. I don't even know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but we're doing it, chat. We're powering this generator.
Sample extractor power at 100%. Sample extractor automated sequence primed.
Try my hardest not to aggro these damn thralls, because these dudes are the real deal hard to kill. We got multiples in here. Initiating self-destruct. Before you initiate self-destruct sequence, the explosives need to be manually armed. I've planted 4 of them around the dig site. Make sure all 4 are armed or the sequence won't start. Once they're armed, pull the lever, then get the hell out of there before the whole place explodes. Okay. Now we got to go around outside and arm the charges. We're going to blow it up. Yeah, we're going to destroy Oberon for sure. Oberon definitely must die. Dude, this shit reminds me of Aberration map on Ark. Okay, so I think it's these big canister things here. We got one there. We can see one there. One over there. Did that note say how many there was? Four. So I could see 3 out of 4 so far. Okay, here's one of the bombs. Actually, now I'm sitting here thinking about it. Maybe this thing wants me to blow up Oberon to free it from its shell. Fire safety system valve. Oh, so I wonder if this will blow up the plant, but then save Oberon. I don't know. Oberon biology report. Not impossible for living matter to survive in the very harsh conditions. But provokes inevitably clear. What might lay such eggs? Or the possibility that Oberon was manufactured, and if so, by whom, for what purpose? So, Oberon does not sound good. So we got one more. So I think these are the three options. There's a fire suppressant thing here. There's a drill, which means you could probably free Oberon. And then we have the self-destruct option that I've been going with to destroy Oberon. At least that's what my little brain is thinking. Have we figured out what Oberon is? No, I think it's some kind of egg, though. With some kind of either an alien life form in it, or... Oh, the other one's right here. Didn't get that one. Yeah, whatever it is definitely trying to, like, consume and take over. Gets in people's heads, it transforms them into the pharaohs, and people get the blue eyes, they start hearing the voices and shit. It's done no good for the world, put it that way. Wants us all to rejoin the soil and all this other weird shit. Only thing is, when we detonate this, gotta have my escape plan. So we gotta get the hell out of here, so we gotta run back that way. Yeah, we could save right now. It'd be a nice...
Self-destruct countdown initiated. 3 minutes and counting until detonation. Evacuate to minimum safe distance immediately.
of the other heathens. There is no escape from what you are. Without the voice, there is no escape from this small world. Live your life alone in a fleshly prison then. To hear the voice is salvation. You are offered the gift, and you spurned it. You will never be offered it again. If you will not be with the voice, you only feed spoil. And that is all that awaits you.
Mother Django, no, I don't want to do it to you.
Damnation.
Fuck.
Come over here. You will be mine.
Yeah, all the Oberon smoke is gone now.
You have succeeded. Oberon is dead. And you have earned your reward. A way out. Go back to the beginning. Go back to where you awoke.
But what about the protocol, Goonies? Yeah, there's multiple different ways you can end this game, Chad. There has to, like, I'm sitting here trying to think. You got Mother Django, you got the protocol, you got the voice on the phone, you got that scientist lady. I think both scientist ladies might have a way out with the tower. Yeah, there's... Seems like there's definitely multiple different ways you can finish this. Some Resident Evil type destruction shit going on now.
see what I got.
I want to head back to the village. Damn, this big ass faction fights going on now.
That was a close one, chum. We've seen the back of them. Bloody right, pal. Be that
If you stay, you bleed.
Yeah, big ass faction warfare right now.
Attention! Wyndham Village is under the authority of...
Yeah, I definitely started some kind of war right now.
Attention all patrols. The interference field is down.
one head.
Repeat, the interference field is down. Muster at Ethel Camp immediately for emergency.
Oh shit, they...
That's right. Get. I'll kill you.
They even attacked a village, dude.
The village is under assault by pagan forces. Seek immediate refuge. Protocol forces are responding. I bleed.
Bullseye.
Why is he shooting at me? Chat, I'm here to... I saved the fucking place, dude.
Citizens of Wyndham, the village is under assault by pagan forces.
Yeah, we'll be playing Shadows later on tonight. Bro, why are your people shooting at me, dude?
One more civvy gives like chic and I
But it's not him.
the bastard. Better than nothing. Orders be blowed.
It's not even the fucking dude.
This blasted place. Watch yourself, civvy.
Bro, where's the captain?
Let's see what you've got that's worth having, eh?
Attention all patrols. The interference field is down. Repeat, the interference field is down. muster at Scafamore Camp immediately for emergency evacuation.
Scafamore Camp. Okay, so it's not here. So I think they all pulled back to the big base in Scafamore.
Citizens of Wyndham, the village is under assault by pagan forces. Relocate to your pre-assigned safe haven immediately. You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety.
Hands away from any weapons, you.
I have a 4090 in my PC. So the mission, right, said that I can escape with Sims in the village, but then when we got to the village was under attack, and then on the radio it said for us to retreat for evacuation to the Southernmore camp, which I believe is the one down here. At least that's where my mind went with it. There he is.
Orders be blown. Ah! The hero of the hour! You did it and survived to boot. Splendid work. Thanks to you, we're going home. There's still plenty to deal with here, but that's somebody else's concern now. I promised to get you out, and I shall keep that promise.
Oh shit, so you can escape here now.
In a single bowl, we are free. Ah, splendid work. You'll go into the history books for this, you know. Atomfall couldn't have been fully realized without your help. By the end of next week, there won't be so much as a beetle still alive in the zone. Not a trace of the contamination left. Or anything. Or anybody, in fact. But you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs, eh? Ooh, omelette. Something to look forward to. I do love a good omelette. Don't you?
You decided to support Captain Sims and the quarantine protocol. Now the interference field is down. Operation Atomfall can go ahead, cleansing the zone. Cleansing. Sounds so humane, doesn't it?
You listen to the good and wide words, which I say my advice and my words.
So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though.
Hear that, chat? It's nice to have a good chinwag, isn't it?
Oberon is dead, and the wind-scale plant is destroyed. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
The woods are dark and
there it is. So not a terribly long game. Obviously, there was still tons of more exploration type of stuff you could do in the game. Probably a bunch of, site things that I didn't complete. But for the actual story itself, this is definitely a game you can play more than once easily. Because there is quite a few different paths. Now, as to like getting up to the end of the game, I don't know how much of that part of the game would change because we kind of pushed almost every path. You know what I mean? We did the old lady's path. We got up. We even unlocked the lady in C there, the doctor lady. We could have got the other doctor lady. So I feel like a lot of the game up to those points would be the same, but toward the end, like where I dropped the save, I feel like you could easily just do any of the so you could play to a certain point in the game and then make like a hard save and then do all the endings, so you don't have to like completely start the game over every single time you want to see all the different endings. But yeah, we ended up going with the protocol, and I feel like that was a pretty solid ending, guys. Like it didn't seem like a bad ending at all. Now granted, they did cleanse the zone, but at least it didn't like take over the world. I'm pretty sure if you go with Mama Drago or whatever, I'm pretty sure if you go with her, world domination, dude. It's spreading. But what'd you guys think of the game overall? Like I said, I mean, there's definitely a lot of different ways to play the game. Probably a lot more to explore too. But it was solid. I enjoyed it. I feel like a lot of people would get put off just due to the fact the game's not like telling you or with markers showing you exactly where to go and exactly what to do. You kind of got to go out, and this is one of those games you have to explore. Like you really have to. You got to explore. You got to exhaust all dialogue options. Make sure you're making the right choices during your dialogue, or you can cut yourself out of certain like dialogue choices or even missions. But the more you explore, the more you'll find things in the world that you can use in those dialogue options, like as evidence, so they can't lie to you. Like you're like, hey, I found this, and they're like, oh shit, well yeah, you found that. Let me tell you the truth. Now you can do this mission for me. But then if you didn't explore, you didn't find that, you talk to them, you're only going to get a couple of dialogue options, and they could just dismiss you. So. Was it short? I mean, we beat it in what, 13-ish hours to beat through the main story. Now, like I said, I probably could have dragged it out another couple hours for sure if I did more exploration. There wasn't that many areas of the map though. There was only Dalton or the Sultan one where you start, the village, Skeetermore, and then interchange. And then there's a bunch of like interior locations. Go back for a whole maps. There's only those couple areas. But yeah, I feel like you could probably beat the whole game in about 15 hours. It's not full price though. I think I think it's at that. Well, first of all, it's on Game Pass, but I think the game is it $49.99? I think it's $50. So it doesn't carry the $70 next gen price tag. But I don't remember exactly how much it was. I'm not playing Schedule 1 today. No, we just played it last night. We're going to be doing some Assassin's Creed tonight. MJ, it's not $70 though. Yeah, the game's not $70. Let me see. We could just check it right now. So if you were to buy it, if my Steam would load. Yeah, I don't think it's a full price game. Now we're not starting House Flipper yet. We got to finish Assassin's Creed also. So we finished Atomfall. And we got to finish Assassin's Creed. Yo, my Steam's not loading though, chat. Yeah, we're gonna be doing another stream here in a little bit. We're gonna be playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. There we go. Turn it off, turn it back on, chat, and it waked. But yeah, let me see. I'm actually interested to see Atomfall. Yeah, it's $49.99. So it's not a full price video game. But like I said, for your first playthrough through the game, yeah, you can probably beat it in, I'd say, let's just say 15 hours if you do a fair bit of exploration. But the fact that you can also do the other endings, which a lot of the endings seem, like I said, to bring you to that same location. All of the endings seem to bring you to the Oberon site, and then you make your choice in that Oberon site which ending you want to go with. But there was other missions that, like, if we wanted to work with that scientist later, the one lady I didn't even free from prison. So who knows? Freeing her from prison might unlock more quest lines. Then that other lady wanted me to go out and find all those radio towers to take over so she could break through the field or whatever. That would have been more content, you know what I mean? So there was missions that I didn't do because I wasn't going to side with those people that could have added a bit more. But it's probably safe to say it's probably a good 15 to 20 hours you can get out of the game. Oh, it's $60 on Xbox. Oh yeah, on PC it's 50 at least that I seen. But the game's on Game Pass. You know what I mean? I think it's a perfect Game Pass game. 100 perfect Game Pass game. So that's why I advise you, if you have PC or Xbox, definitely get it on Game Pass. I think the only people that would have to pay full price for it would be people on PlayStation. Well, obviously it's not free on Game Pass. It's the price of a Game Pass subscription, but a lot of people, when I say free, I mean like most people have a lot of people have a Game Pass subscription. And if you want to get technical, even if you don't have a Game Pass subscription, you could just get it for 1 month at the price of $15, and you can literally play that game. Plus, you know, if I go on Game Pass right now, I just show you straight up, like, you spend $15 or $17, and literally you can play all of these games for the price of, and we're not talking like bummy ass games either. We're talking Ghost Recon, fucking Tomb Raider, Skyrim, all the Elder Scroll games. You know what I mean? Evil Within, like Callisto, like a lot of these games are new too. Starfield, all this, the Star Wars Jedi games, like there's like bangers. Stalker 2, you know what I mean? So you spend $15, you get Game Pass for a month. It's still cheaper than buying that game. You know what I mean? If the game is $50, you can buy 1 month of Game Pass for $15 or $17. You could play that game, obviously, beat it within probably a couple of days, and then still have another 27 days to go through this catalog, play any new games that might be coming. You know, Avowed, like I said, Atomfall is on here, Ark. Like there's all these Assassin's Creed games. There's tons and tons of games on Game Pass. Like, man, like I promote Game Pass so goddamn much, you would think Xbox should throw me a check, but I truly believe in the service. It's such a good service for the price you pay, and it's because you could just turn it on, turn it off when you want to. You jump on, you know, it's cheaper than buying any game. If it's a day one Game Pass release, just get Game Pass instead of buying it. The only people that can't do that are people on PlayStation. But if you're on PC or if you're on Xbox, I would never buy a game if I could just get it on. Well, I mean, I can't say that because I have bought plenty of games that I could have got on Game Pass. But yeah, it's definitely a good deal. 100% a good deal. If someone wanted to start a streaming channel, how much would they need? Ali, it just depends. Like, obviously you need basic things like it depends on what kind of streaming you want to do. You know what I mean? There's people who stream from their PlayStations. There's people who stream from their Xboxes. They use a laptop and a capture card. Some, I think PlayStation even has a thing where you can upload videos directly from your PlayStation straight to YouTube and stuff like that. So it kind of just depends, but obviously you need at a minimum a game or a game system and some kind of laptop or computer for you to like edit your stuff if you want to take it seriously. But yeah, I mean, definitely don't need a buttload of money. At least, like I said, enough to buy a decent laptop and a games console. But I would never advise you to, like Ali, I tell people all the time, if you want to get into content creation, don't try to start doing what I do. You'll never succeed. It just doesn't work that way. Like, if I were to have started the way I am now, I would have failed. I would have never become the YouTuber I am today. You have to start off very specific, like almost in a niche to get a following. Because if right now, if I gave you a $5,000 computer and everything you needed to live stream, gave you $10,000 worth of gear and equipment, okay? And you had the best computer on the market, you had the best monitor, the best mic, the best headphones, the green screen, all of it. You could literally have all of that right now and try to start streaming, and you're going to have 0 people watching you. Doesn't matter how good your computer is. It doesn't matter how good your microphone is. You're going to have 0 people following you because you're not going to show up in any algorithm. Nobody's going to know nobody's going to know who you are. And nobody's going to click on the videos. That's just how it goes. So when you start off content creation, you need to start off very focused on something that you're knowledgeable about, that you can give people information on, and that's not oversaturated with every content creator under the sun. Because if you try to get into something like variety streaming like I do, which a lot of people try to do, you're not going to succeed, because now you're going to directly be competing with people like me, with people like Radbrads and Hollows and freaking Jakes, and you're going to be competing with all of those people, and you know, who are the viewers going to choose more times than not? Like, not saying that smaller content creators don't deserve to be watched. That's not, or aren't even better than me or those other people. It's just the way the game works. You know what I mean? People are just going to sit there and watch the people they always watch, and those people are always going to show up higher in the algorithm because they've been doing it forever. So yeah, when you first get into this, how much you start out with, or what you like, you want to start off very focused, very niche, kind of build a following and then try to branch out from there. But yeah, if you try to start off doing everything like I do, or like all these other variety content creators do, you're going to have a really, really hard time. Because like if you look back, when I started my channel, I started with 1 to 2 games. I was playing pretty much State of Decay, and that's what I grew my channel off of. And then, you know, we kind of branched out from there. But yeah, it's a lot of the guys you see that are smaller and it seems like they're having a hard time growing. It's usually because they're trying to do too much all at once, and they're having a hard time grabbing an audience. You know, they might grab a person or two here, a person or two here out of like these different communities. But then a lot of the times people follow you, even me in my size, people follow me for a specific game most of the time. Either like right now, if I said, type those W's in the chat if you started watching my channel because of State of Decay 2. And let's just see. You know, and there's probably, but then there's probably other games too, you know, like, oh, let me see the F's in the chat if you started watching me because of Fallout. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to see people who came to me for different games, but they came to me for that game. And if you're constantly changing up your games early on, you're going to have a hard time really grabbing an audience. But I was actually going to make a series where I kind of try to give out this knowledge that I'm telling you guys right now, but just putting it in video form for aspiring content creators to kind of have an idea of how to get started on YouTube and how to be successful and things to do and things to think about. I was going to do a series on it. I just haven't had the time, especially with trying to buy a house and stuff like that. Like, we've just been stupid busy right now, guys. So once I do get settled in, if everything continues to go well with the house, I'm hoping we could be moving by like next month, like middle to end of next month, if everything goes well. So obviously that's going to be a hectic time, you know, trying to move. But if we do move and everything goes smooth, once we get settled into this new house and, you know, we kind of get back into a routine, I would like to start making those videos for people, because I feel like it would help out a lot of people. And I'm being straight transparent, I also think it'll help me out because, you know, I feel like it would branch me out to people who necessarily don't watch gameplay videos. But I guarantee there's a lot more people that would rather be streamers than watch gameplay videos. So it might introduce me to a wider audience on YouTube, and then those people be like, hey man, that guy that, you know, I got that streaming info is live playing this game, let me go check out his live stream. You know, I think it might open me up also to you know, new viewers and stuff like that. So moving is terrible, Priscilla. I've hated it every single time I've had to do it. Mr. TD said it was a zombie game. That's all I know. Because of this sneezing video, Dragon's crazy, dude. But yeah, you know, now there's a point, you know, where, like, as you can see, there's a lot of you guys that have come to me for all different types of games. And then it's like, a game will help you bring an audience in, but that's it. And then you got to figure out how to keep them. You got to try to do things, because, like, for instance, you know, if you came to my channel like GT61 and it's like, yeah, you know, I came to your channel because you were playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint. he might have enjoyed the hell out of Ghost Recon Breakpoint. He might have loved my content, thought I was a cool dude, but he just might be into those military shooter games. And then say I switch off military shooter games and now I'm playing games like KCD or Assassin's Creed. Those might not be games that he's really into. You know what I mean? He's the military shooter. If you're like, he wants the Call of Duties, the Breakpoint, or you know, he wants Wildlands, he wants Battlefield, he wants, you know, those style games, because that might just be what he's into. And if I bring somebody in with one game but then completely change genres a week later, they're gonna be like, bro, what the hell? I came here to watch you play this game and now you're not playing it anymore. I don't really have a reason to stick around. So that's where you'll get a lot of people who peace out. And that's why I try to tell a lot of young content creators, like, you got to be consistent early on, build a community, and then you can kind of take your community with you as you move through different games. But yeah, if you're just flip-flopping games when you first start, you're going to be in a rough, you're going to be in rough shape. But you know, I've tried to build my content and my community around like me, not really around a game. So it's like where I want people's mindset to be is, oh, this new game came out. I want to see, you know, what Brian's thoughts are. I want to watch, you know, I want to see how he approached the game. Instead of being like, oh, this game is here, and then them coming for the game and not the creator. At that point, now it's really, really competitive. So you gotta try to make yourself as the creator the reason why people come, not necessarily the game. But that takes time. Like I said, that takes time. That's not something you're gonna do right away. Tal, brother, how you doing? First of all, it's good to see you, man. I started watching because of the Granny Punch, Dog Slam, Jig Street, and of course, State of Decay 2. Okay, it was State of Decay 2 first. Hey, Tal, it's good to see you, but wow, I'm glad that all the stuff after State of Decay didn't scare you away, dude. Michael, I would not say that I am the State of Decay 2 GOAT, man. There's guys out there who are way better at State of Decay than I am, dude. And Guru is one of them. Guru Gaming, that dude is insane. Yeah, my glory days of State, like I said, I used to be pretty good at the game, but now I'm like Mike Tyson, dude. I'm like washed up 60-year-old man, dude. Like when it comes to State of Decay, I'm rusty. I'm not the man I used to be back when I used to play all those mods and I was constantly cranking up the heat, dude. Like. I was a lot better at the game back then. Like, a lot better at the game. Right now I'm just a regular dude at the game, realistically. I don't think I'm even there's probably mad people that in the chat that are better than me at that game. Tal, thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. Seriously, bro. I appreciate you, Tal. Everybody received the membership today, too. Welcome to the fam. Dan said, most of us are here for the Tourette sneezing and the granny bashing. Oh, dude. I enjoy practically everything you play, your style of streaming and your personality. Colin, you know I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we do need a Borderlands 3 playthrough because Borderlands 4 is coming out, and we need a Fable 3 playthrough also. Yeah, we got to do both of those at some point. Nah, I don't mean Mike's washed up. Like, you know, like he's just older, man. Like, what do you expect, dude? You can't be the GOAT forever, especially with something like that. Nah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it, guys. I'm okay with not being the greatest State of Decay 2 player of all time. Like that was never even my goal. Like when I started playing State of Decay 2, you know what my goal was as a YouTuber, chat? No bullshit. When I started, my goal was to just be the biggest State of Decay 2 content creator on YouTube. That was it. I wanted to be the guy, like, because at the time, when you thought State of Decay 2 on YouTube, or State of Decay in general on YouTube, you would think Get Good Fox. He was it. Like, Get Good Fox was State of Decay on YouTube. And I was like, I want to be like him. I want, you know, when people are on YouTube and they're looking up State of Decay, I want to be the guy. not necessarily the best, because that's not what I was aiming for. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be the best. I just wanted to be like the most notable content creator for State of Decay. And that was it. That was my goal when I first started YouTube. And not saying that I am that, because I feel like there is a lot of people that are pretty big in the but when it comes to like State of Decay content, I do feel like I did ascend to a pretty well-established position in the franchise and on YouTube, and like my presence on for the game. I don't feel like everybody just knows, like, oh yeah, State of Decay, Brian Menard. Like, that's not the case, because you can go watch other people's videos, and people don't know who the fuck I am. Like, they have no clue who I am. So it's not like I've just established myself as the State of Decay guy, but I do feel like I'm pretty up there, you know, when it comes to the creators and being in that space. But yeah, that was my goal, guys. Pretty early on, that was definitely my goal. And then I achieved that goal quite fast. I think right around like 75,000 subscribers. I was kind of one of the bigger guys for State of Decay. And then I realized like how, like, I want more than just this. You know what I mean? I want to be a little bigger than just the State of Decay guy. And that's kind of where you guys started seeing me kind of really push to be something else. Tim, what's up, brother, man? It's good to see you, bro. Robert, and you know we appreciate having you here, dude. I think you're one of the most genuine streamers on YouTube, not just because you play games, but of many streamers, you take time to truly know and talk with your script. Rocio, that's like my main thing, dude. And it gets harder and harder and harder, you know, as I get bigger and bigger and bigger and more people are here. It is harder, you know, to be a little bit more like when you used to come to my streams back when I had like 40 people watching me. I knew everybody on a first name basis for the most part. I was able to have individual conversations. I was able to keep up with everybody's lives and what they had going on. And, you know, I literally was able to keep track of all of this stuff. You know what I mean? And then, you know, that 40 people started turning into like 100 people, and I was still doing well. And then 100 turned into 200, and then 500 and 600, and then 1,000. And then it just, as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it is harder, but I try my best, you know, like Jeremy Holback, always, constantly. I know Jeremy because he's always going to ask me when I'm playing Sinking City. Always, always going to ask me. And I'll be eventually, Jeremy, like I said, it's on the list. We obviously, that list just obviously keeps getting delayed every single time a new game comes out. It's just, but it does look interesting. I added to the list. I will check it out at some point. As of when, I can't give you a time frame because I don't even know what I'm doing next week most of the time. You know what I mean? But a lot of you guys, you know, I know a lot about, because you guys have just been here for a really long time. So, you know, I know stuff that's going on in your lives because people come, they keep me updated, things like that. So I try, but it does get really, really hard. You know what I mean? Keeping up with chat is not easy. It really isn't. But I don't use that as because a lot of guys, they hit a certain point and they just stop trying, period. Like, they're just like, nah, I ain't even going to try, dude. But my thing is, I will always like try to at least talk with chat and interact with the community as much as I possibly can. Undead Labs said release date for State of Decay 3 will be sometime in 2026. Where did you hear that from? Did they put that out on their socials or something? No name? I'm not saying that's wrong. I mean, I could see the game coming out in 2026. But I also, like I said, I can't talk about anything, so it doesn't matter. Like, you guys can't get no information out of me. But I just want to know where you even heard that from. Shinon, what's going on? The doctor with almost 2 years. Stopped in for some SOD. That was 2 years ago. I love these fireside chats. Just face it, you're the goat. No, dude, definitely not the goat, man. Not the goat. Tim, it's good to see you today, brother. And that's why you're an amazing streamer, a genuinely good person. I wish nothing but the best for you. Rossi, I seriously thank you so much, dude. And now you have an average of 1,000 people watching any day. Proud of you, bro. Yeah, Mike Rossi, it's been crazy, dude. Especially lately, like we've had a good bit of foot traffic through the channel. A lot of foot traffic. Jeremy, and don't stop asking me, bro. You got to keep me on my toes one day, Jeremy. And Jeremy, just so you know, I want you to understand this, Jeremy. When we play that game, I'm playing it for you, bro. That's it. Because, you know, I've never had anybody else ask me to play that game except you. And I will play it, Jeremy. I promise. I'm going to play it. Don't know when, but I will play it. Damn, it was 4 years ago when I hit 10,000 subscribers. That's crazy. The wife posted a picture in Discord when I hit 10,000. And Tim, thank you for the 5, bro. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Any news for a Wildlands 2? I haven't heard anything on a new Ghost Recon. Found your channel from your SOD1 playthrough in the summertime this year. And when I found your channel, I was like, seems pretty chill. Been over here. And there it is, raining. You know, I appreciate all of you guys, though. I do appreciate you guys, you know, coming and then giving me a chance and then like actually sticking around and trying to get a chance to get to know me. Because, you know, it is tough, you know, when you see content creators, you don't know what their intentions are. You don't know. But I try to be as honest and transparent with you guys as humanly possible, obviously without violating OPSEC here, you know, because I do got a wife, I got kids, and there's just certain things that you don't want to put out there on the internet, you know what I mean? Because it could cause harm to me and my family, and I'm not trying to shoot somebody. So, it's just more of a safety precaution. So there's obviously things that I won't talk about in extreme detail for specific reasons. But at the same time, I try to be as transparent as I feel as possible, you know what I mean, without violating any of my personal safety protocols that I have in place. Yeah, we're going to be playing some Assassin's Creed here, Flo. We're just kind of doing a little after the stream chat right now. I'm going to get off, stretch my legs for a few minutes, and then we'll be finishing up tonight with some shadows. So Jeremy is talking about a game called, so just so you guys know, Jeremy isn't trolling when he brings us up. He brought this game up to me like a year ago. Might even been a little longer than that. And he was like, dude, play the Sinking City. Game came out in 2021. Never even heard of this game until he brought it up. But I was sitting there looking through like the photo or like the screenshots of it. And I was like, oh shit, like this actually looks kind of good. What the fuck is this? And then I like watched the trailer. It's like some kind of like detective game or I don't know, but it looked actually pretty freaking good. But yeah, I have no clue what this game is, but it has good reviews on Steam. Never played this game before, no. But it was trippy as hell, man. Like when I seen this shit, I was like, what the hell is going on, dude? Yeah, we played Evil Within on the channel 1 and 2. And then it like loops, and I was like, what the fuck? That shit was trippy, guys. It was trippy as hell, but it looked cool. And then it was back to here, and I was like, okay. But no, it looked interesting as fuck, for real. Like I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I got it, as you can see, I got it on the list. I added it to my wish list for games, for a game I want to definitely play, but we just haven't got around to it yet. And Fred, how you doing today, brother? I love Atomfall. It's much better than this one. Atomfall. Yeah, so it looked good though. It definitely looked good. No, we're gonna be playing some more Assassin's Creed here today. And then probably tomorrow we'll do more schedule one. Clarkster, I appreciate you popping in. Did No Name say where he got his State of Decay 3 information from? And Conquer, again, thank you so much for the 15 months. Am I going to be... Oh, Delta Force Blackhawk. Yeah, so I was thinking about playing it, but I would need to play it with I would need to play it with people. I was told that it's absolutely impossible to play single player. So, and as you guys know, getting a bunch of people to play with is not easy. Bought the drug dealer game last night thanks to you. I'm out here setting good examples, right, chat? That, you know, Crystal was actually, like, before I played the game, she was like, are you sure you want to play that? And I'm like, why? And she was like it's kind of like a bad influence type of thing. And then I was like, well, I didn't really think of it like that, but I was like, it should be fine. It should be fine. I feel like most people that watch me anyway are quite grown, but yeah, it was like, you know, like, are people going to live like, oh, look at Brian over here promoting drugs and this and that? It's like, no, it's just a game. And we're not selling drugs in real life. It's just fake video game drugs. Priscilla said, I watched it twice. I was actually quite surprised on how well that stream did. According to the journalist, Microsoft was originally considering State of Decay to release for 2025, but the title has been delayed once more. Yeah, I mean, Army, I'm not sitting here saying, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that State of Decay 3 is not coming out in 2026, but it's always so funny because what was happening was I had a lot of people messaging me saying, bro, did you hear State of Decay 3 got delayed till 2026? And I'm like, oh, where'd you hear that? And they're like, dude, I seen it online. And I'm like, okay, I mean, but first off, a game can't get delayed if it never even had a release date. So that's what I'm like. I'm like, bro, you can't say State of Decay 3 got delayed to 2026 because it didn't have a release date. Like Dying Light 2 had a release date. Assassin's Creed had a release date. Like these games had release dates. Then they said, hold on. Yeah, it's not going to be ready. We're going to delay the game. Like we have never even had a hint of a release date for State of Decay from the developers. This has been a bunch of speculation. So let's say State of Decay 3 does come out in 2026. Guess what, guys? That's when it was meant to come out. It wasn't delayed. It's just the release date. But yeah. But I'm not saying that it's not going to come out in 2026. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying when people say that the game was delayed to 2026, you can't delay something that didn't have a date to begin with. You know what I mean? Now, like GTA 5 or 6, that did give us a release date or a release year at least. And then it's so weird because we haven't heard anything because didn't they give GTA 6 a release year of this year, 2025? Just bought Sinking City, gonna play. Well, Fred, let me know what you thought about it, dude. If you're gonna play it. Have I played Kingpin? No, I haven't. Yeah, so like now, like say GTA 6 doesn't come out this year, it's going to get delayed. If it got delayed, you know what I mean? Because they gave us a release year, you know what I mean? And then if it didn't meet that release year, then obviously then we would have to say, yeah, the game got delayed. But the State of Decay 3 doesn't fall into that category because they never gave us a release date. But yeah, when State of Decay or when GTA 6 does drop, I'm actually gonna have to play it on PlayStation because it's initially not coming out for PC. So that kind of sucks because I gotta play it with a fucking controller, and I'm not excited about that. But yeah, we're gonna have to play GTA 6 on PS5 when it first drops. Yeah, so I'll be playing. Usually Rockstar's all their games usually release in the fall anyways. So we're gonna go ahead and obviously play some GTA. I'm excited for GTA 6, so it'll be a good time. Yeah, I mean, I would have waited, but we can't wait, man. I'll just play it on. I'll play it. Look, how about this? I'm gonna play GTA 6 on PS5, and then I'm gonna replay it when it drops on PC. As long as it's good, you know what I mean. We'll do a playthrough on whatever, you know, PS5. I might have to go buy like a PS5 Pro or something like that because I'm pretty sure my kids stole my PlayStation 5. And it'll be pulling teeth to get it back from them. So I might go out and invest in a new PlayStation but we'll see. We'll see. But all right, guys, we're gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna go and stretch my legs a little bit, and then, like I said, we're gonna be back here really, really shortly, playing some more Assassin's Creed, and then yeah. Why don't I try playing Inzio? Sims. Oh, that Sims game, Patrick. You gotta remember, dude. If I tried to play every game that ever came out, I'd have to completely change my channel to where we don't do full series of games. I just showcase new releases, because there is so many games that release. Like Raptor, like I feel like does that a bit too. Like he kind of just plays a lot of new games, but doesn't necessarily do a full entire play. And that's what my channel would become. I try to play games that I think are going to be series that I can play from start to finish. But yeah, if I were to try to keep up, as you guys, my schedule's already super full, you know, trying to keep up with Assassin's Creed, and we're revisiting Dying Light, brought Schedule 1 in, we're playing Atomfall, we got Last of Us Part 2, PC release next week. We got the, Into the Dead, Our Darkest Day coming out like a few days after that. So it's just like there's a lot of games that I have that I'm going to be playing, a lot of games that we still want to go back and replay, plus all the new games coming out. It's just a lot of games. And yeah, if I try to keep up with every new release, like we would have to do something completely different, which I don't like that content style. I like playing games that I enjoy, that we can do full series on, that people can kind of sit back and almost watch it like a Netflix show, instead of like just busting, oh yeah, let's check out this game, do an episode or two, and then let's check out this game, do an episode or two, and then we're just kind of churning games, where, you know, that might do well because, you know, people are going to be interested in just seeing what the games are about. Like I said, I'm more about the series. Like I want to, you know, if I start a game, I generally want to get at least 8 to 10 streams out of it, depending on the length of it. But like another game that we did get is House Flipper here. Like I installed this, like this is a game I do plan on playing. It's already like installed, ready to go. And it looked really cool. You know, I was actually excited to play this. There was a bunch of like cool mods and stuff for it. But I just haven't, I don't know when we're going to do that yet. I haven't decided, but we're just trying to clear up our list of games that we have here, and then we'll go from there. Whoever my friend is on my friends list here, constantly posting, they like take mad screenshots when they're playing the game, and I get mad spoilers because they're like ahead of me in the game. So every time I open up my Assassin's Creed, I can always just see their in-game screenshots, and I'm like, bro, you're spoiling it. They had the Oda Nobunaga fight, bunch of pictures taken. I go through it, I was looking at their screenshots because I'm nosy like that. I'm like, oh. And then they had the Oda Nobunaga fight, and I was like, that was before I had fought him, and I was like, oh shit. Kingpin. It was a really good game back in the day. How old is it, Sister and Brother Channel? And again, Sister and Brother Channel, I hope your recovery is going well. I know that story that shit is beyond crazy to me. And again, you know, I pray for you, man, and I hope your recovery is going well, because that's fucking horrifically scary. Yeah, and that's, you know, like I said, I love Raptor. Raptor's a cool dude. I've been a huge fan of his, like, way before I was ever a content creator, so got nothing bad to say about the guy. I just don't, that style of content creation, like just being strictly showcasing, I can't do it. Like, it's just too cyclical, and I feel like you can't. Like, I want to play, like, I play these games to enjoy them, you know what I mean? I want to play it. And that like, I couldn't just sit there and like just showcase it, especially if I I don't know. I just wouldn't be able to do it. But you know, everybody has their own thing. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own thing and what they enjoy, and game showcases are huge. You know what I mean? It's a very, very popular thing to showcase new games. And obviously you guys see I do it. But when like I said, when I showcase a new game, I tend to try to make it a full series. Like I don't go in, like some games we do, you know, I'll just say, hey, we're just doing this as a one-off. Kind of want to see if you guys are interested in it. Kind of want to see if I'm interested in it. But a lot of games that I'm unsure about, I either I won't even play them or I'll do a showcase. But generally it's only when I'm unsure about a game is when you guys will kind of see me do those little showcases. But a lot of times if I start up a game, it's with the intent on playing it all the way through. Fred, let me know how it is, dude. Alan, you just don't show up for the day I decide to play House Flipper, man. Yeah, that's the thing is like, I'm gonna like, and we actually had this conversation the other day. Like, I'm gonna play games every now and again that you guys don't like or don't want to see. You just don't watch that stream. And we even said it the other day. I had like, so where I told you guys I've been getting DMs and people threatened me to leave my community because I decided to play one single game they didn't like. And it's like, bro, if your loyalty to me and my community is that fickle to where one game, you know, turns you off and you're like, I'm fucking out. I don't want you here anyways. Not you, Alan. I'm just saying that was the threats I was getting from people, people threatening to leave me and leave the community and shit. And I'm just like, okay, well, like if you're that sensitive, bye. Like, fuck, what do you want me to say, dude? I'm not going to fucking, okay, yeah, I'll stop playing the game. Please stay. Like, fuck you. That's what I'm going to say. Like, fuck you. Bye. Like, if people are that sensitive to it, it's like, bro, I'm going to play games you don't want to see. Just don't fucking watch the stream. You know what I mean? I'm like, now for sure. Like I said, it's not a big deal. I just wanted to bring light to it because I don't know if people thought if they sent me those kind of messages, like it would do something. No, it's just gonna piss me off. That's all you're gonna do. I don't take kindly to threats, so. But yeah, I don't mind when people tell me all the time, but hey man, I'm not a fan of this game, dude, and I'm out to take it under consideration. But all right, man, yeah, you know, and that's kind of how the games work. Is if we play games all the time that the whole community in whole doesn't really vibe with, and when I see that, we stop playing them for sure. If it doesn't, but if it's just like one or two people that just don't like the game, like just don't watch it, dude. You know, like if the game isn't meant to be on the channel, it will fail. It's that simple. If the community doesn't want a game on the channel, it will fail and it will not be on the channel. We've seen that with so many games. Do you know what I mean? There's been tons of games I've tried to fire up and play and they just flop hard. Now, there's a couple games that I will force through, even if they're not doing very well, because they're games I personally want to play and finish. But yeah, there's times when most of the time, if a game doesn't do well, we just stop fucking playing it. Yeah, we just stop playing it. Like Avowed, yeah, you know what I mean? Avowed, we started that up and it did well at first. People were interested, but I think people just kind of wanted to see what it was. People didn't like the game for the most part, and we stopped playing it because people stopped watching it. Like that's how it works. If you don't want me to play a game, like showing up and complaining about it isn't going to do anything. Because you're just engaging with the video. Now I'm going to see more views on a video than what needs to be there because you just came to complain. You know what I mean? And yeah, if you don't want to watch something, if you don't want it to be on the channel, the best way to interact with it is to not interact with it. But again, I know there are a lot of you guys that will come and support me regardless of the game or not. Like whether you you like the game or not. People are just here to support me, and I super appreciate that. It means a lot to me. So, but like I said, I mean, I try to keep it within the realm of games we usually play. I mean, a lot of the games that we're playing now, and obviously the game in question is Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like, people are acting surprised. I've been saying I was going to play the game for what, a year now, over a year. I've played every single Assassin's Creed title from start to finish on the channel. So for people to be that caught off guard and that surprised that I decided I was going to play Assassin's Creed Shadows, like, what? That's your fucking problem at that point, dude. And Alan, on that, and that's exactly all I asked, man. If yeah, and I've never said you threatened me. No, I was just using that as an example of what was happening. But no, that's the best way. If I'm playing something you don't like, you just don't watch it. Just don't watch it, man. I don't force any of you guys. I can't force any of you guys to watch it now, unless I completely say, you know what? I'm now going to just change my channel to this game, and I'm going to wake up every day and I'm going to stream World of Warcraft from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. And I decided this is what I'm doing. And I, month after month after month, day after day after day, I just turn into a World of Warcraft content creator. And that's the only game I play. 100%. Yeah. I could see people being like, bro, what are you doing? It's been like every day. Like every day, like, what happened? Why'd you stop playing this game? Why'd you stop doing this? Like you've it's been months. And I would be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck, bro, you're right. I did, kind of stop playing a bunch of games and just started playing World of Warcraft every day. I could understand people being a little butthurt at that point, but we're not doing anything like that. No, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, you guys know I played a little bit a while. But yeah, then if I see people saying, hey, man, I'm out, dude. Like, I'm leaving. I'm doing, like, I would understand. But it's like most video games we play last, what, a month? You know what I mean? Literally last maybe a month, 2 months, depending on the game, on the channel at most. But you guys know my content style because I do care about that type of stuff. I always have other games in rotation. So it's like, I might be playing Assassin's Creed. You might not like Assassin's Creed, but okay, out of the 4 to 5 games he's playing right now, Assassin's Creed is only one of them. I don't want to watch that game. Oh, he's playing Dying Light though. I want to watch that game. Now, if I happen to be playing all 5 of my games, you don't like them, I do apologize, but within a week or two, at least one of them is going to fall out of rotation, and then I'm going to play something else that you might enjoy. But I try to keep a nice variety of games going. That way, at least one of the games I'm playing might be something you're interested in. And that's why I don't kind of tunnel in like other content creators do. Though, like, a new game will come out and then their channel is just that game for a month or a couple weeks or however long. And that's how guys do it. And that's actually a really common approach to variety gaming. As a new game will come out, you see a lot with like Rad Brad too. He does it a lot. A new game will come out and I'll be like the only game on his channel for like a couple weeks. And then he beats it and then he'll start another game. It'll be the only game on his channel for a couple weeks. And that's kind of how guys do it, one game at a time. I don't do that for the specific reason is I know there's people out there that might not like the one specific game I'm playing. And I don't want to just shove that viewer out of the way, but hey, come back in a month or so, we'll see you in a month, because there's a chance that person's not going to come back after a month. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work like that. Like, if you give somebody that much time away, they're probably not going to come back. So that's why I try to keep things going, in and out, in and out, in and out, to keep viewers engaged, to keep some of you guys that might not care about a game still wanting to swing, pop by. Maybe I'm playing something new that you might want to see. Oh, I heard about this game. I want to see what it's about. And then you might not enjoy it. And then, so that's my approach to it, at least. Hey, Kai, you have a great rest of your night. All right. if I did State of Decay on normal difficulty, I'd probably you would probably watch it on normal, Alanon. Like you're talking about like standard zone, dude. I feel like that would be so boring for you guys to watch me play State of Decay on standard zone. Dude, I could probably beat it in 2 hours. I probably beat it in less than an hour. No bullshit, because I guarantee I could probably beat State of Decay on standard zone probably in like an hour. There's absolutely nothing that game on that difficulty would be able to do to stop me. You can please all of the people sometimes. You can please some of the people all the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time. It is just how it is. And Larry, you know, I actually, I've said this before because that's obviously a super common saying, you know, you can't make everybody happy at the end of the day. But my whole philosophy behind like my YouTube channel is I know I can't make everybody happy. Like you can't, you know what I mean? But I also will never stop trying to make everybody happy. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know like, you know, that's the saying, but I'm still going to try my hardest to make everybody happy. As foolish as that might sound, you know what I mean? I still try. I even though I know it's a losing battle, I will still try. Isaiah, hey, all right. Yeah, like I said, we'll be starting that stream here shortly. I was supposed to get off like 15 minutes ago, and chat has this way of just consistently dragging me back in. Am I going to play that Inzoi? I don't know. We might check it out. There's been a lot of people asking me about it, but I've never played Sims on my channel before. I played Sims 3, and it was fun. You know, shit, I played that before I was a content creator. And didn't you stream Sims on, was that Twitch? That was back. I thought that was back when we were at Fort Drum. And I thought you just played that though. I didn't know you streamed that.
It was like, girl like died.
We Priscilla, yeah, you know what? We could actually raid the next stream. That's a good call. Give me 1 second. Go live. Damn, we're on part 9, chat, of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Part 9 is crazy. Games aren't cheap now. Your streams are great to see. If it's for you, people need to chill. People seem to think the channel is theirs, and I know there is that kind of mindset, you know, where people do get like kind of really invested. And I know a lot of the things that people say isn't out of them being just heartless or mean or whatever. Like some people do just get so dangerously attached to something that they get physically angry about it. You know what I mean? And some people might be so dedicated to my channel, which obviously I appreciate. You know what I mean? I literally can't tell them, like, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys that are that invested in what I do. But I don't think anything I do is worth getting that upset about. Like, it shouldn't affect you that much, especially when it's something very temporary. You know what I mean? Like I said, if this was just, I was like, you know what, going forward, I'm going to completely change the way I'm doing things to this, and it was something they didn't like, I could understand it. But it's like, if it's just a game, all games come and go. Every game we play comes and goes. You know what I mean? State of Decay has come and it goes. You know what I mean? Like, every game will have a start and a finish on my channel. It's just a matter of time. And most of them are done within a month. So that's why I just didn't understand the level of outrage I was seeing. It just didn't make any sense to me. And over something so stupid. You know what I mean? To me, it was just like people were buying into this manufactured hatred and bullshit, and then coming in and trying to slather it at me like I was supposed to get on board with them or something. And I'm like, nah, dude, like, I have my own brain. I think for myself. Unlike a lot of you guys who seem, you just watch a YouTube video and you come and you just start repeating it everywhere. Like, bro, that's not even your own fucking thought. You literally are just listening to somebody else say it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We're just here to play games, have a good time. We still don't know what's in the box, dude. I feel like we're going to beat the game and not even know what's in the fucking box. All right, guys, but I have the new stream up right now. And I'm going to raid over to it. So as soon as this stream ends, it should just automatically transfer you guys to the next one. I'm going to start here in like 13 minutes. But I got to go move around, guys. I got to get the blood flowing, because if I sit down for 9 to 10 hours straight, fucking get a damn blood clot and die. So I'm going to go walk around a little bit, get the juices flowing. Huh? What? How does it sound nasty?
Flowing?
Yeah, I got to get the juices flowing. Like, that's the term. Yeah, we beat Atomfall. If you guys want to go back and check out the stream, obviously you can go back. But yeah, we beat one of like 5 endings. There's a bunch of different endings, but I don't tend to get into like multi-ending playthroughs. We just kind of play it, and maybe later on down the road we can go back and revisit some of the other, but that's not like my main plan right now. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I love you all. See you guys here literally in a couple minutes. All right, I love you. If I don't see you guys in the next stream, though, you have a great rest of your night. And for the rest of you guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.